Hey guys, it's BW. We're back out in the garage. We're getting ready to do this deck filler piece. I think we left off in the last video when we pulled the back glass out. We looked at how bad the rot was up into the roof, and we've learned that this filler piece was just totally rotted. I've been just kind of like fishing around, cutting around, just looking for where the spot welds are. And I think I know where basically they're all at from just chipping away here and chipping away here. So it looks to me like when we cut this back, we got a couple spot welds right here at the hinge cover, and I guess the hinge cover piece and this bracket all connects underneath to the package tray. And using our new deck filler piece, we're able to, like, you know, really see how this thing's put together. The deck filler, it just lays into this channel, which is all part of what connects under there to the package tray. Initially, when I first looked at this, I thought it was all one piece and just connected in the front and on the sides, but we're learning as we go. You guys can see the new one. That's just not the case. This is just a filler piece, exactly what it's called. It is what it's called, but it looks like we're spot welded onto the package tray in this gully right here. We have them along here where the cover, like we looked at over there for the hinge, and right in through here is where it cuts off right there. It's just straight across, spot welds here. They're kind of hard to find because this is all Bondo. All this pink you're looking at, I chipped at it and chipped at it. That's when I kind of knew we had spot welds here, but then I was scratching at it here and looking at this. I'm like, well, the piece just ends right here. So I'm thinking the best way to go about this is let's just cut the center of this out, and then I can get a chisel or a pry bar behind there, and it'll help me locate these spot welds, because you see how dirty this channel is. It's not rotted or anything in here, but it's really dirty. It has that 3M adhesive in there, maybe probably multiple coats of it. I've scratched at it, tried to get it out. I can kind of chip at it and get it out, but I think the easiest thing to do is just cut this middle out and just pry a little bit, and it'll show us right where all the spot welds are, and then we can just drill them out and get the whole piece out in one piece. All right, I'm just zipping along with the grinder right here, just using a 4-inch with a cutoff wheel to zip out the center section like we just talked about. Shouldn't take too long, just a couple minutes. It seems like when we're cutting along here, there was a lot more Bondo and paper towel stuffed in there, and I had a little fire you're about to see here in a minute. But we'll get it taken care of. All right, you guys can see they had paper towel stuffed underneath there to hold the Bondo in. I thought it was only in that one spot, but it looks like the whole way across that's what they did. They stuffed Bondo in there, and they had rolled up paper towel, I guess, to hold it till it dried. And when I was grinding that out, it lit up. So there you go. Let me get this properly extinguished, and then we'll take a look at the car. All right, well, we got that properly extinguished. We put it out with the hose, make sure there was no embers. But this thing, their repair was not waterproof. Let's just put it that way. It's a little soft, so I might need the center section of the package tray. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's a little soft here. I could probably get away with putting a patch right here. It's pretty solid through there. It's just maybe a little patchy. I don't know. But when you get over here, there's no metal right in here where it comes up through. I don't know if you guys can see what you can see right there. This is all rotted off. I don't know how far it's supposed to come over up into here, but I'm pretty sure it should be like a 3-piece sandwich, right? Like the package tray, the filler piece, and then the quarter panel, all 3 of them together, if I'm thinking right, and I think I am. I'm not sure, but what I can do is we can see if there's anything together still on this other side, and look at that. But I mean, it's just one of those things when you do a crap repair like that, you think you're only hiding one piece, but yeah, see, it's still intact over here. I don't know how much of that you can see. So I may just do a little you know, make a little bracket. That may be what I do, and I might just patch this a little bit because it is solid. And if you look under the bottom, it's good there too. It's just, it's real roddy in this, and I'll show you. Right, if you look right here, and plus you have a little rust hole here. If you look underneath, you can kind of see where the rust is going to start coming through there. So, yeah, and while we're thinking about it, you know, I'm just going to do some mind-numbing work just to kind of think while I do. And I'm just going to pry up and find these spot welds. You guys have seen me do that 1,000 times. I'm not going to put you through that. But as soon as I get these metal shavings or hunks off, or whatever you want to call them, we'll come in and we'll take a real good look at this together, and we'll figure out exactly what we're going to do. We're in too deep. We're not going to stop now. All right, guys. Well, we were chipping away at this. We took the lip off and found the spot welds, and we rolled this side up and got most of them off. And it was just like, while I was doing that, I was really looking at this package tray, and this whole side is really bad. I mean, the old package tray that caught on fire, they had, excuse me, not the package tray, the deck filler piece, it had all the, it was putty and paper towel the whole way across, and the water just kept getting in here, and there's just so many holes. And it's like, okay, there, and here, and then over in here. It's like the metal gets good for a little bit, then it gets crappy again. I just don't want to deal with it. So I went in the house and I ordered a package tray from Jegs. It's Easter Sunday now, so it'll probably be here. They said they'll ship it tomorrow. They usually have my stuff here within 2-3 days. So I'm just going to take the time now, and I'm going to get the spot welds off, and just take the dang package tray out, and let's replace it. I took the bulk of the package tray out. It's always easier to do it that way, at least for me it is. You know, it's like you get the bulk of it out, and then I can just chip away here at the edges, separate the spot welds, and get the rest of the metal off. You can see where the only part of the metal that's left now is the quarter panel sheet metal, and it's pretty roddy too. But we're changing it, you know. So, you know, the deck filler piece, the package tray, it all comes together. We took that rotten bracket off there. Still have on that side to take off. And you can see how the interior brackets were on an angle, so I mapped it out real good, and when I rough cut it, I cut on a real steep angle and went across, like you can see. See how I cut like on an angle there across, you can see it there, so that we didn't touch the outer brackets. Now you can get the complete back, I guess, firewall with the package tray on it and the brackets, but they want almost 600 bucks for that. I ordered the package tray because all the rest of this is good. I just ordered the package tray. It was $180 on Jegs, and that's AMD. So, you know, we'll get this off. We're gonna get the metal prepped, and by the time we get the metal prepped, the new package tray will be here, and it'll go right back in. We measured where the back seat hooks in. On this side to the end of the hook, to the end of the bracket, 6 1/4. It's 25 1/4 from the passenger side to the middle, and it's 6 5/8 on that hook. So you tell me, is that right? That's what it measured. So that's what I just wrote them down on there. But I'm just keeping busy, and like I said, once I get the remnant off of here, because I'm just drilling and chiseling the spot welds, and once I get it off and get everything prepped, and the package tray gets here, I'll bring you guys back in. And I'm gonna clean up, put the heavy Chevy away, and call it a day. Plus my dog's out here, and I got to clean up before he gets a metal splinter in his paws. All right. Okay, guys. Those of you that've been watching our shorts, you know that our package tray got here. I've pre-drilled spot weld holes, and we sanded and treated it with some weld-proof primer. In here on the car, we used some rust converter. First we wire brushed everything real good, and we used some rust converter. And after we used the rust converter, all the surfaces where we're going to have weld, we put a little bit of weld-proof primer. Same thing's the case on the inside. See in there, anywhere we went through accidentally drilling out the welds, we made some weld repairs as well. There's a couple that were too big where I accidentally went the whole way through. There's two right there, and when we put this in, I'll weld them on that side. Not a big deal. It'll all work out. All right, so right now I just want to get this in place. Then we'll screw it down and we'll get this welded in, and once this is welded in, we'll prep these other areas in here on this side for our deck filler piece, the original job we were going to do. Remember, we didn't realize we were going to have to change the package tray, but you know, after you guys seen, it was pretty bad underneath that deck fill, so it needed to happen. So let's get this package tray put in, and then we'll work on getting it screwed down. Not a huge deal. It goes right in. It's a little tight at the pins, where the pins for the hinges are. Once we get them over that, it just kind of falls right in place. It really fits nice. Tight on this one side, but once you get her down in there, that's right where she goes. Yep, that's right where she goes. You guys can see. Take a quick look. Everything's right where it goes. So let me find a couple self tappers, and we'll just shore it up with some self tappers, and we'll go from there. I forgot to mention, we're gonna let the deck piece and the package tray just sit on top of these old quarter lips, because we're changing them. We're changing the quarters, so this is just for alignment. This side here was bent up during shipping. I bent it down. It could probably use a tiny bit more work, but when we pull the quarter off, we'll make all the necessary adjustments. This side's absolutely perfect. Okay guys, we got the package tray welded in. Okay. The only parts I grinded were the exposed 3 on each side. Sorry about that light. Exposed 3 on each side, because you know they're showing. But you know, I'm going to put one of those package tray covers over it. Now I got the deck lid filler piece in. You know, it's got to be pushed down, screwed down, or whatever. I got it clamped in place. I just wanted to make sure that it fits exactly where it's supposed to fit with the package tray welded in, and you guys can see how the channels line right up to the old quarter panel channels for the deck lid. Obviously, we'll have to push this down. We'll plug weld all through here. This seam out here, I'm hoping to use the Harbor Freight spot welder to go across here like we did out here. And that'll help us a lot. One thing that the new package tray did not come with was the back seat hooks. I don't know if it was supposed to or not, but the floor came with the new hooks, but the package tray didn't. So I suggest you hold on to that stuff. So we'll get these ground off and weld it onto the new one. Maybe this weekend, we'll see. But yeah, I'll let you guys take a quick look inside. I plug welded, obviously, and they look good to me. A lot of guys will grind them down, okay? And I'll touch these up just a little bit, but I'll leave. The more weld you leave, the stronger it is. But like I get it up here where it's exposed, and we're gonna lay a package tray cover on there. You don't want bumpy stuff, so I did sand those down. But these I'll just hit to clean up a little bit. But they're good, you know. And believe me, there's a lot more welds on this than there was on the other one that I took out. It didn't take much to get that old one out. If you were watching the shorts, you guys seen how easy them spot welds came out. You see in there, we got those welds. The two closest to us are real good. That one back there, man, that's a real bugger. And it was a bugger on both. But those other two got it really good. So we're good and tight. All right. It's going to rain all weekend. I'll try to work out here when I can. and we'll get this video wrapped up and out to you guys as fast as I can, I guess. But we definitely got to get the deck lid piece in and get these hooks put on, and then we could call this video done. So I got maybe a couple more hours, I don't know. Alright guys, we got the deck filler piece in, we got the package tray in. I feel like it came out pretty good. I'll show you what I got here in a second. Alright, let me pull you down off of there. Sorry about that. Alright, you guys can see we used our Harbor Freight spot welder. We spot welded inside this channel so that when we put our rubber in, there's no interferences. When I first started, like the second one, look what I did, guys. The side of that right here just touched it, and you see what happens when that, so you have to be really careful. So I learned my lesson there. Now on this side, we plug welded it right on through there. We drilled holes. We put, you can see we have the weld through primer overspray there. We got that welded in up the sides, so it's in nice and tight. Now I lined it up the best I could, and I'll get down and I'll show you. You'll see, like I could probably show you real easy right here. We're a little a ways here. I remember it was almost touching on the old ones, right? But I used this right here, this line, if you will, right here to line up to this line. And this is pretty close, but this has been disturbed, so I can't really go by that too much. It's kind of straighty and stuff like that. And you guys can see this T piece on the new deck lid. So when I put the quarter panel on with the sail, I'll put them together, and then you fold that over top. And like I said, but that's as close as I could get it. And then if you go on this side, right, it's a lot closer, and it's almost touching, and it goes out. But that's the car. I mean, you're tighter right here. You see, you're tighter right here than you are right here. So you tell me, okay, slide it that way. Well, I did that, and then it throws this line off. This line is almost perfect. It's within what I consider allowable. If you come up here like this, it's pretty close, man. It's right there. And it's like when we put the new quarter on, before I attach it, I mean, look how easy everything moves. We can't be too critical of ourselves. You know, we got this bar in here or something holding it, I don't know. But I will tell you this, let me find my tape measure. We took some really good measurements, obviously, before we started. I'll show you, like, you see how I got a white chalk mark there and one there? That's about 6.5 inches in on the hinge on each side. So if I just put the tape measure there to there, and I go to the end of that lip, that's 28.25, and it's the exact same thing here. It's 28.25, and then the same thing up here. If you just go from this lip right there, as rusty and everything as it is, it's about 26 and 7/8, and then this one here is about the same, about 26. Excuse me, 26 and 7/8. That clip's in the way. You got to kind of go to the side of that clip. But I mean, that's as good as we can get it, you know, and it's really close to where the old one was. So, like I said, we got a little play with the quarters, obviously, but we want them to keep everything as close as we can, because obviously it'll affect the gaps for your deck lid, basically, for that. So that's why I was being careful there. Now, this right here, I'm not going to worry about sanding these down too much. I'm getting a package tray cover, and there's a little lip right here, and it slides right up under there. And I can't stress this enough. If you don't have to grind down a plug weld because it's not going to be visible, don't. Because when you grind it down, you weaken it. And that's the truth. So if you're covering it and it doesn't affect anything, leave it, you know. Now, obviously, when you're do an exterior repair, you have to sand it smooth. You put the little gap there so that the weld goes through and you get your strength and all that. But for plug welds, yes, sand them down if they're visible, but if they're not going to be visible, don't. I don't see the purpose in it. But I hope you guys got something out of this job. I did. I mean, I when we first started this, I only originally wanted to change the deck filler, but we learned when we took it off, you know, all those past bad repairs, you know, it cost us the package tray and another 179 bucks. But it's only our time and we do this for fun, so it's okay. The next video we're going to get into, we're going to change this full quarter panel. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to take the headliner down, and that way we can pull the quarter off and not worry about it. Maybe we can save that headliner, I ain't sure yet. You know, I probably should have took it down a long time ago, but it's just like everything else. I just started sawing and going, and it is what it is. So we'll take all the interior parts the rest of the way out. Get that down, we'll wash it, see if it's any good. Obviously somebody put it in there with knowing that that was like that, so all that rust laying on top of it, I don't know how good it's going to be or how clean I'm going to be able to get it. We'll see. But anyway, the next job coming up is the quarter panel, and when I go to do the quarter panel, I'll obviously bring you guys in. I hope you're getting stuff out of this. I sure am. All right, if you can, spread the word, let people know we're doing stuff. Check out our videos. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think, tell me about all the mistakes you think I made, or tell me how you think I did. All right, till next time, take care everybody.